What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Debate Table. As your host, Johnny I Pro, I have here no other than
Nino, the one and only Nino on IG.
And right there,
I am Lord Fury, judge and jury, 125 keys of Pakistani curry, colder than a McFlurry in a hurry. Ow! Have mercy.
have mercy.
Man, this is Chris CK Collects on Instagram.
And right there,
I'm the collector, Johnny Poda. You can follow me on Instagram at Johnny_collects_WWF.
whole lot of collects and whole lot of underscores.
Oh, there's a lot of underscores.
I love it. Now the topics, guys, we're going to start off as three different topics. First, we're going to start off, obviously, with tag teams, factions, and GOAT of GOATs, as in single wrestlers. Now, it's going to be Mount Rushmore. So let's go ahead and add that category there. So everybody's going to have 4 picks, and we're just going to see who just adds up to who's the actual Mount Rushmore of those categories. So off the bat, we're going to start off with tag teams. But you know what? I'm not going to start off. Let's go right there, Fury. Let's start off with Fury right there.
All right. We're going to go with tag teams. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm putting the Steiner brothers, as one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Definitely on Mount Rushmore. Because in the ring, they beat your ass. Scott Steiner is responsible for 10 moves that everybody else had to copy.
Wow.
Literally. Have you ever seen a man do a Frankenstein or what they call a Huna But a big man like that jump up and grab you on your neck, drop you on your head and pin you with it? No. How about the gut wrench power bomb that he does? Like a Pro River Plunge, like. He invented that. A lot of moves he invented. Tilt the World Slam. He invented that. No one was doing that before he did it. Right? And then the tag team moves. Bulldog from the top rope. DDT from the top rope. They've had titles everywhere. WWF. WCW. NWA. IWGP. You cannot beat these guys. And in a fair fight, they're going to beat your ass. Number 1, I put the Steiner brothers.
Okay. It was second pick?
My second pick is going to be a tag team that I don't want to say it, but I have to say it. The Dudley Boys.
Wow. Why don't you want to say it? Why?
Because I feel if the Dudley Boys are around, when the Steiners are around, that'd be the Dudley Boys' ass. Like if they were in that same pool. I feel like the Dudley Boys, I love the Dudley Boys. They're amazing. They're innovators of violence. The moves that they did, the
3D.
impact they had on wrestling was devastating. But if they were in the pool of wrestlers of when the Steiners, Doom, the Skyscrapers, they wouldn't do good. They're fighting guys that are small in ECW. They're not fighting no big guys.
Yeah.
They're fighting the Hardys, Edge and Christian. They're not fighting monsters. Like you've never seen. Well, and when they came to WWF, they fought the Brothers of Destruction. That was their big test, and they don't really do well against the APA.
Yeah, no.
Brothers of Destruction. But I'm putting them in there anyways. So Dudleys, Steiners, and I want to put the Road Warriors, but
Really?
I want to put them, but I can't because of when it came down to wrestling against other guys that are big like them, they don't do well. Like even in AWA, they can run over like the Midnight Express, the Rock and Roll Express, but when they fight against Crusher Jerry Blackwell and King Kong Bundy, that's their ass. When they fight against the Natural Disasters, that's their ass. When they fought against the Steiner brothers, that was their ass.
So what if they're in a different generation, like the Dudleys and the Hardys? Do you think they do good?
Yes, they would definitely do good against like the old school Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
Not the one that we saw, the watch the one we saw in the last half of their career. So I'm gonna put. So I have Steiners,
Dudleys,
and
let the bodies hit the floor.
Almost sounds like the beginning of War.
Oh my goodness, God. Oh man, I want to put Harlem Heat there, but I can't.
Really?
Harlem Heat, they're amazing tag team.
Hey, do whatever your heart desires.
They beat people's ass. I want to put the Outsiders, but all right. Whether I want to say it or not, I'm going to put the Hardys in there.
Yeah, that's good.
Because in the last half, they've proven to be resilient, and they fight big people and do well against them, right? The Hardy Boys definitely are in there because of the amount of titles they've had. Everywhere they had it, right? TNA.
They're still going at it.
WCW.
They're still TNA champions, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, still TNA champions, yeah.
Yeah, TNA. They fought the Dudleys and put them out. They retired them.
Yep.
Right?
Do you actually think it's a real retirement? Well, they
Yeah.
took the boots out.
Yeah, they're done.
Definitely.
They're done. But to me, the Dudleys could whoop their. But anyways, if you put them in ECW with the Dudleys and see what happens.
Yeah, for a different story.
All right. So Dudleys, Hardys, Signers, and I'm gonna say my last tag team. I'm gonna put in there, although I don't want to put them in there. I'm gonna put a team that you cannot really.
We're getting very nice, calm
Very
Fury today.
deep.
He's getting deep in his thoughts right now. Get deep in there.
It looks like he's had some real struggles.
Look at here,
last
boy.
night.
I had a lot of trouble with this. I wanted to put a lot of people in there and I couldn't do it because of. I'm not putting the Usos in
No,
there.
but here's the take on this. Maybe some guys that you don't want to put in, we're going to put them in. So you never know.
Hopefully you do.
Yeah, you never know.
Hopefully you do.
Yeah, you never know.
Because hopefully you do.
Usos deserve to be in, I believe. Well, that's a different.
I'm not putting them in there.
We'll take our turn. We'll
If you put them in the 90s, they're gonna get their ass beat. They can't fight. They can't even fight against the head shrinkers. Their uncles. The head shrinkers will beat their ass. Okay?
yeah, we're not debating with that.
No, we're not debating with that. I'm gonna put Demolition in there.
Oh, Demolition! Wow, that's my favorite.
Yeah,
tag
because they were
team.
beating people's ass. They beat Andre and Haku. How do you do that?
What is it? 2-time W champions or 3-time?
3-time.
3-time. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Right?
You consider them as a Mount Rushmore? You would for like?
Demolition?
Yeah. Okay.
They were fighting at a rate against people that were monsters.
Yeah.
So
Andre Giant, Haku,
Andre and Haku was the classic.
Midnight Express.
Heart Foundation.
Yeah.
Heart Foundation beat them.
Oh, here we go.
And Demolition beat them back, didn't
I
they?
beat them with there was 3 of them, not just 2.
McCrush.
3 of them.
Yeah. Heart Foundation should be in there too, but I mean,
Honestly, for a Mount Rushmore, I just think my only problem with Demolition is they took the Road Warriors look. You can't.
people say that.
It's hard to put Demolition in the top 4.
people would say that, but I mean, the Road Warriors weren't wearing dominant. What do you call that shit? That
Dominating.
Dominatrix. or whatever.
dominatrix.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
So no, they didn't take their look.
Sounds sexual for a
Some
second.
bondage gear.
Bondage looking.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a whole and with a
That's
mask,
fucked up.
with a whole
No,
mask.
it's true. They had a
They
unique
had a
look.
unique look. So people would say that because of the face paint.
The
Well,
face
because
paint.
But
of
their
their-
bodies don't look like
But
it.
honestly, in that era, everyone had face paint. Ultimate Warrior, all these guys, Sting used
Sting,
face
yeah,
paint.
Sting.
Everyone used face paint.
Yeah,
popular.
not
I
everyone.
think
It was
it's
like maybe
more
5 or
so
6 people.
the Road Warriors, Legion of Doom. I don't see any correlation.
There's
with
no
Demolition
correlation.
with
Bro.
looks.
There's none. Demolition might have been the answer to the Road Warriors, right? But then the Powers of Pain is more of
Powers of Pain, yeah.
is a direct bite over the
That's fair.
Demolition.
That's
Demolition
fair.
came with their own shit and their own
That's fair.
own finishing moves.
I got a question for you because you watched more of the old school, obviously. Did they ever face each other? Legend of Doom versus Demolition?
Yeah, and Legion of Doom won
Okay.
because they're on their way out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Remember? Yeah. That's
Demolition
what.
were on
Yeah.
their way out.
Okay, so you got Steiners, Dudleys, Harleys, Demolition. Are you good with that 4?
I want to put Doom over Demolition, but everyone's gonna jump on my ass for that.
Nah.
Doom was a
you
damn.
you said a good case for there for Demolition, I think.
Yeah, 3-time tag. How many people in that era of hard
3-time.
were 3-time? They beat up the Bolsheviks. They beat up Iron Sheik and Volkov. They beat up Kamala and Sika. They beat up the Strike Force. They beat up Can-Am Connection. They beat up the Killer Bees. They beat
Yeah.
a lot of tag teams. Rockers.
I think it's when you said Killer Bees, I know that you're one of your favorites. Like,
Yeah, I
too
know.
late now.
But they beat them. They beat them. And they beat the Powers of Pain.
Yeah.
The only people they didn't beat was the Legion of Doom. And I'm mad about that.
Cause that's a solid 4 there. Now, your turn. Let it
Okay.
rip.
Number 1, What a Rush, Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
I had to.
Yeah, you have to.
It's because they had aura, those shoulder pads with spikes. Everybody wanted them. As a kid growing up, that was amazing attire. And they really dominated in the 80s and 90s. They won every major title: AWA, NWA, WCW, WWF. Even they killed it in Japan, and they were the first tag team to main event on a Saturday Night's main event against Demolition.
Yep. Wow. Yep.
That's true.
And they beat the Nasty Boys in '91,
Yep.
and WrestleMania 7 they beat the Powers of Pain.
Yep. Beat their ass
Yeah.
too.
Perfect. That's a good pick. Now, what's your next
beat
pick?
their ass.
Next pick is the Dudley Boys.
Yep.
I had to
Yeah.
because back in the day they were one of a kind for a tag team. You never saw a white guy teaming with a black guy, and I'm not making a racist, but they made it stand out They came out as hippies and they beat everybody's ass.
Yeah.
And as soon as they did the 3D, I was mind blown. And if you look at their work in ECW, they were ahead of their time.
Ahead of time, yep.
Ahead of their time.
Yep.
Their promo work was top of the line, and they really had above of the head for promo skills. And they won titles in everywhere. ECW 8 times, WWF 8 times. TNA 4 times and New Japan 2 times. So they won everywhere, man.
Yeah.
And they're the only decorated tag team that has won every title and WCW as well.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Next pick.
Next pick, the Hardy Boys. It's obvious because they influence the whole generation of the younger audience.
Yep.
You have to.
The way they dressed, Jeff Hardy was loved by everybody.
Yep.
And they really, the Dudleys, Edge and Christian, and the Hardys really revolutionized tag team wrestling at the time because nobody was doing anything of that level. And they won numerous times, 6 times WWF Championship, 1 time WCW, multiple TNA, ROH, and then a bunch of indies, and they won NXT as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they really put themselves on the map when they had a match with Edge and Christian, No Mercy, that ladder match.
Yeah.
99.
Yeah.
Perfect pick.
Okay, and the last, it was hard, but I had to include Edge and Christian.
Okay.
Because, again, they weren't your prototypical tag team. They could go in the ring, but they were very comedic. They really maximized their talent with a 5-second pose. They won 7 times. Tag team, they won the first TLC SummerSlam 2000, WrestleMania X8, X7, and then they really put themselves on the map with No Mercy, like I said, with the Hardys. But honorable mention, honestly, I did my research and I looked back. New Age Outlaws really did their thing, and they're very underrated. And like you said, Harlem Heat, very underrated.
Very
man.
underrated.
Very underrated.
They were
so,
kicking people's ass.
so it was very difficult to come up with tag teams, but that's my top 4.
Perfect. That's actually good for it. Now, mine, I'm going to obviously go, it's going to sound like I'm biting off, but the Hardys.
Yeah.
Just because what they're still doing now. And if you even besides the tag team, their singles run as well. Hardys, like even Jeff Hardy himself, cultural, like everybody, like from the rap game to like, it's just urban culture.
true.
Like everybody
That's
just,
true.
they praise him, they love him.
Yeah.
That's like their GOAT, basically. And even what Matt Hardy done as well. But remember, they're still TNA champions till we speak now, tag team champions.
Yeah.
So at this age, what they're still doing, they didn't even
Yeah.
think about retirement. They're not even
No,
thinking about
they're not thinking about it.
which is crazy. Then obviously I have the Dudleys. You guys already said enough about the Dudleys. That's
Yeah.
my pick, the Dudleys. I have the Hart Foundation.
Yes, sir.
The Hart Foundation. No, just because growing up I loved Brett, and I just think they did a lot in the tag team division
Yeah, they did.
to earn their spot. Like even if they're not, you guys will even debate with it, even if they're not in the Mount Rushmore, I get it. I take them off, but that's mine going into it. And obviously it's Demolition. I got Demolition.
Yeah.
No, I actually had Legend of Doom, but I switched after you guys give me that Demolition line. I'm like, I'm going Demolition. Demolition. That is my that's my 4 there. Demolition,
beat
the Hart
Andre
Foundation,
Mass.
Dudleys, and the Hardys.
Those are good picks.
Now, Chris.
Honestly, looking back at it, I think the first 3 picks were pretty easy for me. I'm going to bite off these guys on the Dudley boys. When you're 23-time tag team champions, I think reliability is a big thing, and they were reliable in that era. That's why they were champions so many times. They were over. The fans loved them every time they came out, and when they split them, that was the worst thing for their careers.
thing.
Like when Bubba went back to teaming with Spike on Raw, that hurt him. And Devon as the preacher, that did not work out. And they had to team them back up. They knew it didn't work out for long. Not even 6 months, I don't think. Back at Survivor Series, they had to team them up. So yeah, for reliability and for being 23-time tag team champions across every promotion, you have to put the Dudleys in that list. Second, the Hardys. Longevity, they're still around. Jeff Hardy was the most popular wrestler in the world at one point. I don't think that's debatable.
Yeah.
And even Matt Hardy did his thing. I think there was a point in time where when Jeff got released and went to TNA and was doing this thing in Ring of Honor, Matt Hardy took off with the version 1 character and like kind of kept the Hardy Boy name alive throughout that era, right? And so when they came back in 06 and Jeff won the Intercontinental title and then they finally teamed back up, they were still over like it was the Attitude Era. And their longevity lasted to this day. They're TNA tag champs. They're still doing their thing. So I think the Hardys are in there, and they influenced the whole generation. Third would be, for me, the Legion of Doom. I just think the Legion of Doom were ass kickers. They influenced tag team wrestling in a way that was different. Even in Japan when they worked, it was just a hard style of wrestling. I don't think anybody brought the physicality that the Legion of Doom brought to the ring, maybe other than the Steiner brothers. They're the only other guys that brought
Steiner
it
brothers
like that.
were whooping people's ass.
Yeah,
Like fucking.
Yeah, the Steiners and the Legion of Doom, those
Real
guys were
wrestlers.
real ass kickers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for the last pick, I went with a dark horse because I just wanted to do something different, and I want to put the Midnight Express in there.
Ooh.
I want to put the Midnight.
love them.
I want to put the Midnight Express in
love
there
them.
because I don't think it mattered who was in the group, whether it was Stan Lane and Bobby Eaton, Dennis Condrey.
It mattered.
See, for me, I don't think it did because I think the pairing with Cornette and just the way they were as a heel or babyface tag team, it worked out. They were so unique in the ring. They came up with all these different double team moves that no other team was doing in that era. Now, don't get me wrong, they didn't have a big run like the Dudleys or the Hardys. Like, they didn't have a solid run in the WWF or anything, right? And I think that's what takes them off of a lot of people's list, but I think you have to put them in there for the influence they had on tag team wrestling.
If it wasn't for the Midnight Express, you'd have no Midnight Rockers.
Exactly.
Wow.
And their matches with the Rock and Roll Express were crazy. Like, the fans were going bananas the whole
They
entire time.
Were beating the Legion of Doom's ass in
Yeah.
that ring, and they're small.
And in my opinion, Jim Cornette's the greatest manager of all time.
He's slapping you with that racket.
Yeah,
and
so
that loaded racket.
I think just the whole act altogether was great. The pairing was amazing. I think the Midnight Express has to be in there.
Stan Lane, underrated. That's where Shawn Michaels gets a super kick from.
Yep. And
He started
Beautiful
that.
Bobby was one of the greatest workers in
One
that
of the best
era.
high flyers ever.
Yeah. Beautiful
He's jumping
Bobby
off the
was
top
great.
rope and leg dropping in your face.
Yeah.
Alabama Jama in your face. Okay?
I heard that a long time.
Off the top rope in your face. And landing it. Anywhere in the ring you were.
Yeah.
He has ups like friggin' Jordan.
Poda.
Well, the problem with going last is that everyone said your pick. Everyone's yapped on about the guys and said everything, so it's like, what am I going to do? List off the same accolades?
it's true.
So, I mean, no issue with that. Just in order, Legion of Doom,
How's already wrote hard
yeah,
foundation.
Demolition. Oh, yeah, don't worry. We're getting there. We're getting there.
So Legend of Doom, yeah. Demolition too.
Of course.
Okay.
Demolition is a must for me. Just it's generational.
'Cause everybody has either Demolition or Legend of Doom. They don't have both thing. You could tell this tag team as well that we're doing. There's not that much of debate because everybody's like, you can't really debate with who's picking
Well,
who.
we'll see in the end.
Yeah,
who
we'll
has
see.
the
Yeah,
votes
yeah.
and the numbers and whatever. But let's go with the Hardy Boys. I've always thought that they are probably going to win this contest. It's going to probably be across the board.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
It's not because they were beating asses and they were so tough, but they
No,
are
they were
crazy sons of bitches. And obviously the Hart Foundation. And so I'll speak on that just a little bit.
Yeah, let us know why.
It's the dynamic of having a big man and a small man together. Typically, you saw guys that were fairly even sized. I mean, obviously, Andre and Haku, you had a major size difference. But just the way that they were able to utilize their in-ring work, you know, with a big man style and a little man style, and combine that and to make, you know, again, with Brett, when did he ever have a bad match, right? And you took a guy like Anvil. He wasn't the greatest, but he could hang with any of those big bad boys who kicked ass. He was a tough boy. He was a football player. You don't fuck with the Anvil. So that's one of my main reasons
Right there.
for the Hart
I
Foundation.
do just want to say one thing. I do want to take away the WCW tag titles from the Dudleys and the Hardys because those aren't legitimate. They won them in the invasion.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
WWE
They didn't win those in
titles at that time.
WCW,
Yeah.
so really they were WWE titles. Like the Steiners said it best to the
I agree
Dudleys
with
in
that.
TNA. They said you weren't WCW tag team
No,
champions.
they weren't
That's
in
not
WCW,
real.
and WCW
You know what I
was
mean?
on top doing what
So,
they were doing.
I take,
Like I
even
said,
though they
winning
held
the war,
them, I
winning
take the
titles.
accolade away from
If
them.
the Dudleys came to WCW when they were in there with all that beef in the ring, I'm talking about athletic beef.
Yeah.
Men who are grabbing you and throwing you across the ring on your head. Like, you don't want that problem with the
No.
Steiner brothers, Rick or Scott.
No.
They hit hard, they drop you on your head. And you know you've been in a fight.
And that's a good point because WCW at that time had a lot of good tag teams.
Too many.
Yeah.
So it would be hard to stand out.
That's true.
Do you think? Do you think?
true.
Do you think
I
at
was-
one point WCW or WWF at that point had a better division, tag team division?
Oh,
WCW.
WCW by a long
WCW.
shot. Oh, by a long shot.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
the Dudleys are also like a run off of the Nasty Boys. You know
Yes.
that, right?
Right.
They were looking up to those guys.
Right.
Yeah, they had the same, very similar.
Same,
look.
same
Yeah,
look,
yeah,
same Dudleyville, Nastyville.
Right. Right.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So Yeah.
I also think the competition was thin in ECW for the Dudleys.
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
there
it was
wasn't
nothing.
very many tag teams that were.
They had come to WCW and made Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner put their hands on them. They wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
But they came
Even
at a
the
point-
Hardys.
they
If the
came at a
Hardys
point
came to
where it was done.
WCW
Right.
and had to fight the Steiner brothers, that would be
Right.
their ass.
Whooping.
Yeah.
Whooping.
Yeah.
I don't think they would stand out as much as they did in WWF
No.
in WCW.
No.
So
way.
let's say, who are some other notables? The Bushwhackers?
I mean, fan favorites. You could call them
Come
fan
on.
favorites. Fan
Bushwhackers.
They are fan favorites, but
But I
I don't
consider
know what
they consider Mount Rushmore. Yeah.
I know.
But-
Notables?
That was just
I
a
would
joke.
say Yokozuna and Owen Hart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
Those are
underrated tag team, yes.
But as the results come in now, guys, at Mount Rushmore, it's actually clear of this. Heart Foundation, almost somebody else picked them. They would have been in the Mount Rushmore, but they're not. So they lost.
So you're saying there's 3 picks of
Yeah,
four
so
other
there's
teams,
four. Yeah, so there's 4 Mount. So Matt Hardy got a clear 5, like
Yeah.
clear. We just outsmoked,
Swept the board.
Yeah,
Yeah.
swept the board. And then we got the Dudleys with 4. Somebody didn't pick the Dudleys. No, Chris didn't pick the Dudleys.
Yeah, I
no,
know.
you did. Sorry, Poda didn't pick Dudleys. Why?
I didn't pick 'em.
Well, what's the reason?
No, you know what? Honestly, my problem is that I was never big on ECW, so I can't say I watched a lot of
That's
it
fair.
for that
What?
to grow on me.
That's
well,
fair.
I was just WWF TV,
Okay.
like mostly, and then a little bit of WCW, and then I didn't watch in the the later 2000s and stuff. So going back with the Dudleys, I never saw much of their work, but I would never deny their accolades, and I see what
Right.
everybody saw. I
Right.
wouldn't deny that they belong there. I wouldn't
Right.
argue that.
Right.
I see where they belong, but
Yeah.
I just never got to grow up with them and really experience
It's
them. I
even like-
wasn't watching wrestling at the time, and like when they came to WWE, just besides throwing Mae Young, whoever through tables and stuff
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
was just
Yeah,
great
yeah.
entertainment.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
the
Greatest
best
time
of
of
the
life.
best.
Great. They
The
were
first time I saw the Dudleys it was in 1998. I snuck across the border.
Talk to him.
From Toronto to Scarborough.
Well, you deserve this.
Exactly. From Toronto to Scarborough. And went to my cousin's house. And on their TV, they had a channel that is showing this wrestling. I'm like, what the hell is this? And I'm like, yo, don't leave it. And I'm seeing these guys in the ring. And Tommy Dreamer was on the fence in the middle of the ring. And Devon and Bubba Ray took 2 chairs and slammed his head from each side. What the? I was like, Jesus, what the hell is this?
Do you remember when he first came into the WWF and still had the stutter?
Yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have done that. That was dumb. But
So what is our situation here, Johnny? What do we?
Oh no. Okay, but no. Here's the situation. Is this Hardy's gets first declared. They're on the Mount Rushmore right away. Dudleys are second right behind them. Now here's the thing. Now on this, so we have Demolition and obviously Legend of Doom. Both are 3 each, but we don't have to categorize because they're all on the Mount Rushmore. But if you have to choose, Legend of Doom, who gets that? Just say if that coveted 3rd spot on there,
God.
or is it Demolition? Because there's no 1, 2, 3 on Mount Rushmore. It's just Mount Rushmore. But if you want to just somehow, because obviously leading board is Hardy's. They just swept the whole thing.
Yeah.
I was Legend of Doom or Demolition.
So
Because if I say Demolition,
we'll
they
take a
might.
5-way vote on.
Yeah, let's go starting
Who
right there
gets it?
off the bat.
Alright, okay, so no explanation.
Nope.
It's a hard.
I could have flipped the coin on Legion of Doom or Demolition. I could have literally flipped the coin, but I chose Demolition because they were in house, created by WWF, and they were successful. And the music was Jimmy Hart is the best.
Yeah, he
ever.
It was a
All the
good
best
song.
again.
It was.
You
a
know
good
what?
Song.
Search.
But in my AWA time, oh my God, and the NWA when they used to come down to Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
Bow, no. I used to jump up out of my ass and start attacking everybody in the room. So it's hard. It's hard, man, when you're dun 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 dun.
But you had a good case for Demolition, though. You had
As
a
long
good
as he
case.
wasn't jumping in his ass.
Shit, man. Oh my God. Friggin' Nino's right. The AWA, NWA, they never had WCW, did they?
Who?
The Road Warriors.
Yeah, they did.
Who did we? WCW?
Yeah.
Wow.
They beat Stu Luger and Sting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, you're
Road
right.
Warriors when they were on the cover of the
They
Nintendo
hit them.
game.
They hit them. They hit them.
Don't you
Yeah,
remember the
with
first
thing. Yeah,
Nintendo
you're right.
WCW
I
game?
remember.
LOD was on the cover.
Yeah, when they came back
Well,
from
Road
WWF,
Warriors
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever.
that's when they won the belts.
Yes.
You've
They
heard
had,
about that.
they had every belt, man.
Yeah.
I don't have it actually.
Damn it, man. I'm gonna take back my talk. I'm still. Demolition.
There you go.
Demolition.
Nino?
Legion of Doom.
Demolition.
I have to go with Legion of Doom.
Oh, it comes down to
I
Pomona.
have
It
to
comes
go
down to
with Legion
Pomona.
of Doom.
We're going
It comes.
over with Legion of Doom.
Oh, wow.
They were my first pick. I
Okay.
ain't turning back. I mean, just the
Yeah.
influence.
Okay, there you go. So the
Yeah,
Hardys,
they were good,
Dudleys, and then Legend of Doom, and then obviously Demolition. Okay, now we're good.
No,
now,
not Demolition. You mean?
no, the Demolition's last. Well, fourth. But they're on the Mount
No,
Rushmore. But they're
LLB
gonna.
got in.
I know.
Wait,
no,
sorry, who are the
no.
top
Okay,
five?
Mount Rushmore. There's 4 spots, right? But we're just saying who declares like each spot. There's no such thing as a number 1, number
Yeah,
2,
yeah.
whatever. There's 4 spots. So LOD made it and Demolition made it. But I just want to see who do you guys have before them. Like the leading scores. Like Hardy's got 5, Dudley's had 4, and then Legend of Doom and Demolition had 3 apiece.
When
So
they
then
fought,
we decided
though,
who.
when Legion of Doom and Demolition fought in WWF, Demolition was beating their ass. Like they would beat them in the ring, but they lose. But they were putting hands and feet on their ass. That I remember.
But the Road Warriors in Japan were crazy, bro.
Yeah.
They were crazy in Japan. Like they were insanely over.
You
out
ever watch the
there.
match between Antonio Inoki and Hogan against the Road Warriors?
No, I have not seen
You
it.
go Google it. Look what Hogan does to them. Hogan was beating their ass. They pressed Hogan and they hot pressed Hogan. Okay, just go to the next one. Hot pressed
We
Hogan.
have a
No,
fair,
no, no. All right, so
we
then-
have a good rush.
So then now the next one, guys, yeah. So it's already done. Declared that Mount Rushmore tag teams. Now we're gonna go on to factions.
Oh, my.
We're gonna go factions. I'll start off here. Then we're gonna go from this way. Then we go this way to you guys. I'm gonna start off with this. I have okay. You guys might not agree. They're here for just a short amount of time. But who they had on this faction was spectacular. Evolution.
Yeah.
Batista, Orton, Flair, Triple H, and they're already like successful in their own little. Well, Randy Orton was still young Randy Orton, but they're even Batista as well. Like he became Batista, who he did. Remember we did like this to
Yeah, of course.
Triple H. He became the whole Batista that he is, the animal.
Yeah.
But that's my faction there. I have NWO because let's be realistic. They changed the whole
Yeah,
like
gotta
the
be
whole
in there.
map of
There's
like
no
just
going against
faction.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Then I have the Bloodline. I have the Bloodline. No, so let me tell you why. Let me tell you why before you guys say anything. In the last decade or so, they're probably the most like dominant faction you could think of. The last decade. Let's be real for a second. Just their stories never get like their stories just don't get stale. They had the Usos as the longest reigning champion. They had Roman Reigns 1,316 days champion. And what they've done, just let's be real for a second. Like I don't think any faction could do that like in this modern day again.
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, and it's still
But
existing now. But,
I just don't like them.
oh yeah. And then one faction I'm gonna pick again now, just being biased because I just love Bret Hart, is the Hart Foundation. Now you guys may rip on me on that, whatever. I could pick DX if I want because they're still revolutionary as well.
Yeah.
Or even Nation of Domination I had at one point because look how like The Rock became whatever. But I said the Hart Foundation. For my pick is Hart Foundation, Evolution, NWO, and the Bloodline. That's my pick there. We'll start off with whoever wants to go first. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, Hart Foundation, for me, it's sentimental.
I don't want to cut you off. Let's just be honest right now. Every Hart Foundation we knew we're only gonna get stuck with us too.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. But I do know who's taking the cake because if you really ask me who the best, if we were numbering them from like 1 to 4, then obviously I'm not going to deny the NWO. I have a good feeling that
Yeah.
that's
W.
winning this category. We don't even have
For
to.
life.
We should all had to come up with another name so that we could have a little more debate on the topic. But at the end of the day, NWO is going over.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're number
Obviously, I
one.
have the Hart Foundation, and obviously because I loved each and every one of those guys individually and as a faction, and they were doing the best work in '97. It just growing up with that, you'll never forget it.
Bret Hart.
It'll live with you to the day you're gone. It's not just Bret. It's not even Bret. Bret was, in a wheelchair for a while and acting hurt. They had some good storylines.
Oh,
they were
and
working
Bulldog.
with DX.
Pillman,
They were
yeah.
working with the Nation of Domination. There
The
was
feud
some
with
really
DX
good
was
stuff.
good.
Yeah.
So I got those two.
NWA Hart Foundation. Yeah.
Obviously, DX is on the list. I'm not going to deny Shawn Michaels.
Trash. Okay.
I liked him. I never was a big fan of Triple H, so that's
You just lost credibility for
But
Bret Hart fans. Just let you know.
I'm not going to take a faction of their caliber and the things that they did with the invasion angle and all that stuff. And you just don't forget things that you've seen on TV at that age and the time wrestling was really changing. And my fourth would be the Commission. No, I'm just kidding. There's no.
Actually, I had to see down.
Honestly, this is where I had a long debate with myself. Where was I going to go with the Four Horsemen? And I actually ended up choosing the Bloodline. And
Oh.
I believe that, you have to throw some modern in there and realizing that we're in an era where we got to witness something that is very recent. And the fact that I think this is going to it's going to stand the test of time. So when someone's having a similar discussion that we're having here today, 10 years, 20 years from now, I know that you're going to hear their name and they're going to go down in history as probably one of the greatest factions of all time. Like Johnny said, there was a lot of great storytelling that kept people really into wrestling. And I find that now with the Bloodline kind of faded out currently in the market, with them not being the top storylines and being more back to individuals and stuff, I think that, it's like it's run its course. It's run its course. And who knows what they have for store with it in the future? Who's to say it's even over?
Yeah.
But right now it's quiet.
Yeah, the bloodline's never over.
But if it is said and done right now and it's over.
Such a Johnny thing to say.
Well, yeah. But if it is over, I still think that it was enough at a time when it kind of pulled WWE really back on the map and had people really invested
That is true.
for the storytelling aspect of wrestling.
That is true.
They had people sitting there bringing in Sami Zayn. Just I don't need to get into it.
Yeah,
You
we
just
know, yeah.
Anybody that
it's
was
too
involved
modern.
with that.
Everybody knows.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah.
Those are my picks. Chris, you got the floor,
Chris.
my friend.
Well, it's obvious. The straight edge society. No, I'm joking.
No.
No.
Actually,
Okay. For real though, the NWO is undisputed. That's gonna go number one. We'll start there because the NWO, Hogan coming to WCW, that impact is insane. And for a guy to turn heel, he made it cool for the heels to sell merchandise and to make money off selling merch. And that was not really a thing before them. And the NWO, they kind of grew and they became trash at the end with the Wolf Pack and the B Team and all that stuff. But they were influential. The Four Horsemen got to go on there, I think, because Arn and Tully were just nasty. Like, the Brainbusters were gross. And Ric Flair is Ric Flair. He's one of the GOATs. I'm going to go with what Pearl said for Evolution. It's the past, the present, and the future. Like, they had Ric Flair, they had Triple H, and then Batista and Orton were unknown other than him being Cowboy's son. But they came in, they were green, and these guys got them over, and they became massive stars. Like, Batista everybody loved Batista as a kid, you know what I mean? Like,
was
the
good storytelling
entrance.
at the
and-
time.
Orton won his
oh,
first title,
man.
remember, here and against Benoit.
Benoit,
yeah. 24 SummerSlam. But that made it to like that. Yeah, he's right.
Yeah,
Jordan.
and like Ric Flair being a part of the group kind of legitimized it. They were like a baby Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they were, you know what I mean? But with my last pick, I gotta go with DX. I think it's undisputed. Like, kids at school, I grew up in the era where kids at school were doing
Suck it.
crotch chops and suck it all day long. Like, everybody was doing the DX chops. So, but I also think that a lot of people underestimate and forget how over the New Age Outlaws were. They made that group that
did.
much
They
better.
did.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And like, Billy Gunn had it. In my opinion, Billy Gunn had it. He was entertaining. He had the look. He could wrestle. He was good, man. He just, had his own problems or whatever. And so was Road Dogg.
Road Dogg was the other voice, yeah.
And honestly, I loved X-Pac as a kid. I was a big X-Pac fan. I always thought he had such a cool look when I was a kid. So, and he was part of the NWO and DX, which is cool. Like, that's cool as fuck.
Can't get better than that. And is he a Hall of Famer for NWO and
DX,
Yes.
Wow.
right? Come on, that's cool, man.
But here's
You're
my
part of the
question.
team.
Here's my question. Since you're a fan of X-Pac, 123 Kid, or whatever his names are, do you actually believe that he'll be inducted into the Hall of Fame individually? Do you think he deserves it?
I don't think so. I don't think, he was a background guy in both groups. I don't really think that he was a big part of it. He was just friends with those guys, so he's part of the team.
Part of
So. I don't know. X-Pac didn't really do very much. He was just with the guys,
Yeah.
He didn't really cut many promos or anything. He was just there. Actually, I think his tag team with Kane was one of the coolest things.
Yeah, it was
he
fun.
did.
It was fun.
That was one
Very
of the coolest
underrated
things.
technique.
How about his
Yeah.
match versus Bret Hart that Bret Hart put him over? Let's talk about that right there.
That was an amazing
Yeah.
match.
That really, come on. I mean, we all know that was his greatest match
But
of all time.
DX is hard not to put in there. You
Yeah.
know, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, those guys are undisputed.
So you got NWO, Four Horsemen, Evolution, DX.
Yeah.
All right, now you guys, anybody could start. Go ahead. Whoever wants to start, your side.
Okay, I'll start.
You go ahead.
Put your ones in the air.
Okay.
as much as I don't want to.
It's the bloodline. It's one of the greatest storylines that WWE has ever produced. Roman Reigns put his entire family on the map. He made everybody eat. He made a distinction between the Usos because before that group, nobody could tell the difference between the Usos.
That's true.
And
He's right.
And individuals, yeah.
yes, and including Sami Zayn, which was random at the time, but it ended up being one of the best parts of the storyline. And Roman Reigns' undisputed championship run of 1,316 days as champion, and he was undefeated for 2,094 days, unpinned. That will never be duplicated in this era ever again. And I'll tell you why. It's the storyline. Because every week you had to watch it, and they average approximately 2 to 3 million viewers every week. And that storyline alone, I believe, is the reason why they struck the Netflix deal and ESPN. Because it was compelling television.
And they had the GOAT of managers as well, Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
And he,
wise man.
Yes. And he surpassed Hogan with 11 main events in WrestleMania history.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah.
And during that time, he main evented for WrestleManias.
He's our Hogan of this generation.
Yes. So it's obvious who number one. Number two. Yes, NWO created everything for factions, but I value DX ahead of them, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
They were formed in '97. They had the hottest merch. The reason I put them over NWO is because they stayed original and they didn't add too many members. And here's the thing, they adapted very well. When Shawn Michaels got injured, Triple H became the leader, and he included the New Age Outlaws and Xbox, and they were absolutely brilliant for the time.
Yeah.
And their merch were selling like hotcakes. And during that time in the Attitude Era, they averaged almost 6 to 8 million viewers.
Wow.
That's
Yes.
Did you say suck it
Undeniable.
a lot during school? Did you
Yes.
know?
I always did the crotch chop, and you know what? For people growing up in the '90s, it surpassed the dab.
Yeah, I think you believe it's. No, that's a good thing debate there. Do you think
Yes.
the dab? Well, I don't do dab, but back then I still do like
Yeah.
today. Like somebody tells me off, like
Yeah.
suck.
Yeah. But,
Oh, this shit?
yeah. It was our
This is
yeah.
this is-
It was our dab. Yeah. Number 3, NWO. They were formed in '96. Hogan turned the business upside down, and nobody saw that coming. Beautiful storytelling, and honestly, he resurrected WCW because they were dying, and then he's the reason why they killed WWF for 83 straight weeks. And again, everybody had to get the NWO t-shirt because it was so iconic. And during that time, they averaged 6 million viewers across the TV every week.
Wow, so that's 3. One more.
Evolution.
Oh, okay.
Why? It was perfect. Because
I love it. It's perfect.
it was perfect.
Mr. Perfect wasn't.
Yeah, it was perfect. Because Ric Flair was a teacher. Triple H was a mentor. And then the students were Randy Orton and Batista. They built them up so perfectly. The Legend Killer gimmick was super over. I was a huge Randy Orton mark, and I was blessed to see him win the title at SummerSlam 2004 against Benoit. Honestly, amazing storytelling. And with Batista and Triple H back and forth leading up to him winning the title at WrestleMania 21, it was beautiful storytelling.
Well said. Fury. Oh, nostalgic's about to come up right now, boy. Uh-oh. Oh, 4 Horsemen. Okay.
You just knew right away when you saw the hand.
Without the 4 Horsemen, you have no evolution. Without the 4 Horsemen, you don't have NWO.
Oh.
The first people to attack people in the parking lot is when Ollie, Arn, Flair and Tully drove down dusty roads on a
That's so iconic.
beat his ass, broke his arm, and then went on TV the next. And these are heels, and fans were cheering them.
Yeah.
These are the first heels that fans were cheering. When Flair woos, the entire crowd woos back.
They still
The
do it.
women throw their panties at this man. I'm talking about the original 4 Horsemen with J.J. Dillon in their corner.
Do they make noise like this, the girls?
Oh, yes, they do. Oh, yes, they do. Woo! Woo, woo, woo! They do. Space Mountain. Woo! The Andersons, Ollie and Arn. Oh, my Jesus Christ. They beat your ass in that ring. They work a body part. They beat you up. They bruise you. They mash you up. They beat up everybody. Every babyface got beat up by them. right? You want to get Flair? You have to go to the Andersons. The next pretty boy under him is Tully Blanchard. Because Tully was doing it by himself. He had woman. He had not woman. He had Precious Baby Doll. He had Baby Doll with him. And he was talking like Flair. They all had the same kind of speech. That team, that group, and you put them under the money with J.J. Dillon, you have a problem in your hands. They took, okay, everyone's talking about the bloodline. What about when Flair, the Andersons, and Tully had the world, the tag team, and the TV titles under siege for a year and a half, and no one could beat them? Back in those days, in the 80s.
Yeah.
How many titles in total was that? 6?
4.
4. Oh wow.
Yeah,
tag team titles.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's
World
be honest,
title?
How many people were watching that stuff back then?
The population of the world was lower back then.
Yes.
Yeah, of course, that's you can make that argument all the way across the board. But I'm talking about WCW at that time. Where were they on
It
the
was
board?
NWA.
Oh, sorry, NWA. Right. Okay. Where were they on the board compared to WWF?
WWF is more up north.
Yeah, more global.
North.
But
They were like the Northeast,
they
like
were
New
north.
York,
Yeah.
like Philly, all
See,
that.
the NWA was the whole
South.
entire South.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're talking America, right? That's why Flair could walk around and say he was the real world champion, because they didn't recognize Hogan as one. They said that's TV and wonky shit. That's what they were saying. Flair was actually in every territory fighting every
Right.
damn day. 7 days a week. Hogan wasn't doing that. So WWF, yeah, they had more popular things, and Hogan would come out and call himself a real American, but Flair was woo down America and Space Mountaining America and partying all night long, horseman style.
I'm just saying that in the Rushmore argument across the board for everybody, one of the major influences for your position on Rushmore is your popularity, how much you sold.
They were popular.
I'm not saying they didn't. I'm just. I'm not even making the argument they don't belong there. I'm just simply saying that, I don't know. We'll see what it comes down to.
Okay.
No, only 2 people mentioned it, so we already know what it comes down to. But what I'm saying to you, without the Horsemen, right, there is no NWO.
I agree.
There is no DX. No DX. Triple H looks up to Flair. Matter of fact, a lot of his moves are like Flair's. With the knee and the roll. That's Flair. All day long. Woo! All day long. The chopping in the corner, that's Flair. This is Flair.
Even his heel work was Flair.
Yeah, exactly.
All of
It's
Triple
all
H's
Flair.
heel work was Flair.
It's Flair.
all
So
of it.
without the 4 Horsemen, you do not have
Triple H.
a friggin'
DX.
Evolution. You don't have a DX. You don't have an NWO. You don't have none of that.
And the Horsemen,
The only group that was going on like that was the 4 Horsemen.
the Horsemen did end up getting polluted though at the end. Like too many guys started joining it. Like remember they had
Well,
Benoit and
because
Malenko and
when Ali-
Luger and you know what I
When
mean.
Ali got
Sounds like the
injured,
NWO, Wolfpack.
Yeah.
when Ali got injured, that was it. They had to bring in somebody to replace Ali Anderson. So
Yeah.
they brought in Sid. Then they brought in
right.
Luger.
Yeah.
Then they brought in Barry. Barry was a better fit because of lineage.
And the style too. His style
Yeah,
fit the group
he
a
looks
little
like
bit
them.
more. Yeah,
He looks like
you know
them,
what I
right?
mean?
And bloodline, his bloodline. But I mean, the way they were doing like I said, even the blueprint for the bloodline is the Horsemen, because having all those belts, having a manager to manage all those belts, Heyman, J.J. Dillon, right? It's the blueprint for it. Like I said, when they reigned and they reigned hard, and they were giving the baby faces shit in that ring. They were beating you up, making you bleed, and everybody believed. That was the key to put everything over. Right? They're not just, you know what I'm saying? So I'm the
still on
Horseman.
Perry's pick one.
No, 4 Horsemen, yeah.
The Horseman?
He stated his case. Why
Who's
he's there.
next?
Oh, he stated his case. Horseman's definitely in there.
Yeah.
I'm curious to hear who's
And
next.
not to mention, they had an amazing theme song. I love the theme song.
Oh yeah, their theme was great.
Yeah.
Their theme was great.
Yeah, definitely.
So you got the 4 Horsemen, yeah. Check.
NWO.
NWO, okay.
Now if I go further than that, the NWO is like, you know what that is already. NWO down your back. Nash Hall coming in, whooping ass, taking names. Now, in this modern day era that we're living in, I can't deny it. Me and Bigger were arguing about this today. And I'm like, he's like, you have to fucking say. I'm like, I don't have to say shit. if I don't like it. But the truth is, the bloodline has to go in there.
Okay.
And they have to go in there.
You
There's no going
you
around
already
it.
put your hands up anyways.
There's no going around it. I'm still doing this. But I mean, there's no going around it. What they did in the last day, even though
the modern day, yeah.
I do not like Roman Reigns.
That's your boy.
To me, he's a little pansy. He has a friggin' spear as a finishing move. And he reigned with a spear as a finishing move for friggin' 1,000+ days. To me, that's crazy. But the fans like it. And it shows me where the fans' mentality is at, and where the brain, the microwave is doing to people's brain cells. But I'm putting the bloodline in there because you can't go around it. Now, number 4 is gonna be hard, like my cock when I see a stripper.
Jeez. What kind of stripper are we talking about?
We're talking about a nice, bodacious Cambodian.
You need some dollars on that.
Oh, wait, hold on. That's money. Wait, you need a better money. Here it goes. Let the money drop.
Woo! Me and Big Nino going to the place, going ham on all the women. Woo!
I don't got my glasses, so I can't.
Okay. I like the Nation of Domination, but they had no belts. They're all beef, but no. They were there like to be a beaten stick, which was bad. But like the bloodline, which was it's something the bloodline. I find that the Samoan wrestlers are taking up other black people's spots. Like the Nation of Domination, the bloodline brought a white dude into their group.
Owen Hart.
Owen Hart, exactly.
Okay.
So he was the Black Heart.
They probably got that inspiration from there.
Yeah, that's exactly where they got it from.
Okay.
It's like the rapping thing is from rappers. Do you know any Samoan rappers?
No.
So why are these guys rapping? They're running around rapping.
Rikishi. You asked me, and he was a rapper.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. But I mean, they could have made the primetime guys do their little rap thing and get away or truth get more pull, but they don't want. They want regardless. Number 4, I'm gonna put, and it's not being racist, it's being funky. Number 4, I'm gonna have to put. It's either DX or Evolution.
Ooh, okay. If you pick, okay. It's if you pick DX or Evolution, then there's no like before we had Legend of Doom or Demolition, we have to decide. So then if you pick one of them, it just declares one of them out.
But do I want to pick any of those monkeys?
If not, then it goes right back to that.
Now, the only reason why I would pick Evolution over DX is because of Ric Flair. And but DX, they caused a lot of damage. They did. The Hart Foundation.
Ooh. If you pick the Hart Foundation, it just makes the board go crazy. We have to debate all over. We have to do something after this. If you pick the Hart Foundation, it just makes everything.
Were you not watching in '97 Hard or what?
Oh, if you pick, if you were, this is it. If you pick the Hart Foundation, the board goes. There's 5. Then that means we have to debate to take someone out.
I can pick the Heenan family.
Okay, then it just declares in 4 then.
or I can pick the Dungeon of Doom. But I'm not gonna do that.
You have the balls in your court. Is that what's called balls in your court?
Oh.
Balls in the court.
The balls are in my court. Let's go with
the
Evolution.
Okay, Evolution. Okay, done. So then we'd have to debate on this. Evolution.
$1 million corporation.
Evolution. Done. Okay, so the Mount Rushmore off the bat.
Oh my God! No one said the corporate ministry.
Oh, that was a crazy fact.
That was a good group.
Yeah,
that was.
How do you beat that group? You can't beat that group.
What happened here?
Oh no, what happened here is very simple. You know how Hardy's was declared the other one?
Yeah.
So NWO was declared first on there.
We know that.
But then we have Bloodline or Evolution with 4 apiece. So whoever's gonna go second on that will decide. But then DX is obviously the last 4. They're gonna get there on the Mount Rushmore. So Mount Rushmore is NWO, Bloodline, Evolution, and DX.
And
Do you
Hart
care?
Foundation.
Yeah, no. Wait, he could have did it, but he did it. So who do you think now? Who do you think goes in the second spot right beside NWO? Who's second? Is it Bloodline or Evolution? Go. So start off with you.
Evolution.
Hey, I love both factions, but I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna pick Bloodline.
Same here.
See, it's hard.
It comes down to this.
Nah, see, it's hard because
2-1.
I picked the Evolution
Skip ahead
originally.
if you want, because that's.
Oh, he ruined it. I loved it.
I don't even know if what he says would be relevant anymore.
I would pick Evolution again because of Flair and like what went
Yeah.
on, but the Bloodline like rejuvenized the WWE. They were in a lull before that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And like, as much as I don't like the Bloodline, I wasn't a big fan of the story or anything. I think Roman Reigns is over dramatic with a lot of his storytelling, but that
just worked.
It is what it is. It worked, right? And like
It drew
they
you
brought,
in.
bro, the Sami Zayn was at a point in his career where he was just stuck doing random
Nothing.
mid
Yeah,
card
nothing,
stuff.
Yeah.
He
They-
came
they
in
made
there,
him go up top, yeah.
IC title,
Roman
then he
had the
was
fans wanting Sammy to win the WWE title
Yep.
off him. Like that's how good the group was. But I
Elimination
still,
Chamber.
Yep. I listen. I can't argue with anybody saying the Bloodline.
and the thing is, Evolution in their time, like the WWE was doing bad in that time too. With Evolution on top, like people were not happy with Triple H's reign of terror and all that. Like it was cool when Orton and Batista got the titles, but not when Triple H had it. You know what I mean? Triple H was winning Elimination Chambers and all kinds of stuff that people wanted to see.
Yeah,
Goldberg,
Goldberg
Jericho.
won, yeah.
All these other guys that could have won.
Even
Shawn,
Nash.
remember Shawn Michaels won the belt and lost it to him back like what, a month or two later?
Yep.
Like
Even,
what is-
even Goldberg won the belt and lost it back to him.
yeah, he was just
Goldberg,
beating
oh.
everybody. You know what I mean? So
Heard the name Goldberg?
Even Booker T or
spirit
Scott
guy.
Steiner could have won.
Booker T.
His-
Okay,
Scott Steiner could have won the title.
They all
honestly,
played for
the
them,
Scott
so they
the
did
Scott
Spears.
Steiner one I excuse because Steiner came back, was treated like a big deal, and couldn't hang in the ring no more. He was done. Steiner was done. He was gassed in 5 minutes into the world title match.
He might have been gassed, but you could have given him one more shot.
I agree. That's fair. He
For
was
his
over.
legacy.
He was over
For his
too.
legacy, you could have gave him.
Because Scott went to TNA and did some good work.
Yeah, he was great.
You know
What happened with
Like-
Triple H? Triple H is hard to work with.
Yes.
His promos are great. Yeah,
yeah.
his promos are good.
Triple H is hard to work with.
Yeah.
You're supposed to make Steiner come in, beat you up,
Right.
and take your shit.
Right.
And slap your woman in the ass and say, holla! If you hear me!
So Johnny, with the Steiner math, where are we right now?
Steiner math?
Steiner math.
Well, so yeah,
Oh.
so I'm gonna take my pick back, and I'm actually gonna pick the Bloodline as much as I don't want to.
Okay. So it's
Four
NWO,
against-
NWO,
four
Bloodline,
against one.
Evolution
Even
again.
though it's crazy
You
to
got
think
spanked,
that
boy.
Spanked my
it's
ass.
crazy to think on a Mount Rushmore, the most votes was the Bloodline.
Yeah.
Not the NWO, not the Horsemen.
But just shows you how powerful the new
Bloodline
generation too
across
is.
the board.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Everybody chose
Oh, everybody picked the NWO.
What up,
Okay.
pal? What up,
Okay.
pal?
It was a
Look,
five-way
look.
vote.
Here's the thing. We all love nostalgia.
And DX
Right.
and
But you can't deny what they did.
Facts is facts. Like,
But,
yeah.
but you gotta live in the current time.
Stats.
And what they did
Yeah.
for this current time will never be duplicated with
I agree
any
with-
other storyline.
I agree with what Nino said. Like they got that ESPN deal off the Bloodline. Like the Bloodline brought TV back. Like they were not doing good, bro. Those SmackDowns were half empty. The buildings were empty before, and the Bloodline started up. And
Well, COVID happened, right?
COVID happened, it
the
killed
first thing
everything.
that-
Right,
COVID
right. No,
happened.
but I mean, like when in like 2018, 2019, before COVID, those buildings were half empty. Like people were not. You know what I mean?
What's going on?
Yeah, man. There's a lot of pictures of empty buildings on SmackDown and Raw because it just wasn't. You know.
Yeah, and during that time, thank God for AEW. A lot of people
Yeah.
don't like to give it credit, but
Yeah.
AEW made WWE hot.
They did.
during COVID.
They did. They
Okay,
did.
well said. Okay, so there you go. We got NWO first, Bloodline, Evolution, and then DX. Now we get to the
Wait,
main event.
Evolution.
Yeah, Evolution.
They made it in there over
Yeah.
DX?
No, yeah. It's more Evolution. There's 4 compared to DX. Is only 3.
Which is
Okay.
crazy.
I missed that.
But
Well done.
it
Finish
is-
him.
It is what it is.
All right, now
what
on
it
to
is.
the main event. Now the Mount Rushmore, the goat of goats, single wrestlers. Now I'll start off with
Sorry,
this.
I just had a little hiccup there.
Okay, yeah, you got the
Speaking of,
Hawkster brother.
Undisputed, eh?
Hawkster brother.
Speaking of,
Here, put it
goats.
beside the goat right there. All right, I have off the bat Stone Cold Steve Austin. You can't deny what he did. You can't deny anything. Like he's on the Mount Rushmore for sure. He's on Mount Rushmore for sure. Then I have, look, I don't look at people's personal stuff or life, whatever they do. Come on, it's Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Like we wouldn't be here right now if it was about Hulk Hogan. He like transcended wrestling to what it is, literally. And then I have this pick. You guys know I agree with this. John Cena. John Cena, 17-time champion. Besides even 17-time champion. Let's go to 16-time or 15-time. What he's done for like the last 20 years, he was the face that ran that whole place there. He was like the modern day Hulk Hogan. But then my next pick is this. He's really the modern day Hulk Hogan, is Roman Reigns. I know you guys would. I know you guys already hate that. No, but Roman Reigns, what he's done realistically, it's like I like to say as in like the modern day Hogan. You got the Cena, then you got Roman Reigns. I believe Roman Reigns deserves to be on there. Now, if there wasn't, if you want to, can I tell you one of my dark horses now? Besides wrestlers, not wrestler, Vince McMahon. Why not? Why can't Vince McMahon be on the Mount Rushmore?
That's true.
Because this wouldn't all exist right now. This wouldn't exist if there's no
And
Vince
Vince was
McMahon.
a great heel.
Yeah.
Vince was
And
a
he
great,
did
the
wrestle.
best heel.
I mean, he did
Yeah,
get
you
in
know.
matches.
So realistically,
Yeah.
Vince McMahon, I don't care what he does in his personal life. I do
WrestleMania
not
10,
care
Bret
about
Hart,
personal life
yeah,
stuff.
right.
But okay, besides that, take away Vince. But
When was that?
there it is: Austin, Hogan, Cena, Roman. That's mine. Where do you guys want to start now? Want to start Fury? You know, Fury, start with you.
How about we switch it up and let
Nino,
say
then
Chris
yeah.
start and then
Oh yeah, Chris, you
Nino,
start. Then
and
Nino, then Bang Bang. Yeah,
yeah.
let's go.
Well, Hulk Hogan is easily number one in my opinion. This isn't happening without Hogan. He drew the biggest crowds. Everybody was a Hogan fan. My dad was a Hulkamaniac. Like that's what got him into wrestling, you know. So, and then he turned heel, right? And it's like Nino said earlier, nobody expected that. Nobody was ready for Hogan to turn heel and do what he did business-wise. WCW was dead. There was nobody watching WCW at the time, and Hogan brought life back to that company. So he's number one. Actually, and to add to that, when he came back to the WWF in 2002, he was still the most over guy in the company. And they had to put the belt back on him at like almost 50 years old.
Yep.
You know, so Hogan's undisputed number one. Number two, I'm going to go with Stone Cold. Because Stone Cold now saved the WWF when the WCW was kicking their ass. Like Austin and Rock, because Rock's going to go right behind Austin, so he can go in this conversation too. Those two guys saved the WWF in that era. Without those two guys, WCW would have killed them. They had all the star power. And people got just interested in this storyline of Austin kicking the boss's ass. Who doesn't want to beat up their boss? You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. Austin and Rock have to be on there. They defined that whole entire era. The whole
we know who your fourth pick is.
Attitude Era. No.
no.
Listen, I'm a CM Punk fan. You can't put CM Punk in the top four in the Mount Rushmore. That's impossible.
Wow.
Wow, what happened?
Time
You
out.
had so much energy in the chat. What happened?
Nothing
He's a
happened.
realist.
I'm a realist. I would never put, just because my guy's my favorite wrestler, I can't put him in the top four. You're talking about Ric Flair. Bro, hold on. Time out.
Hey, you knocked over.
Hey, hold on, time out. You're talking about Ric Flair is on that list. You're talking about John Cena. You're talking about all these guys. CM Punk doesn't go there, bro.
Okay, but would you say what he's the top what? 10, top 15?
I'll put CM Punk in the top 25.
Okay.
No, give him a couple more years and
shit.
see where
You
his
know
legacy
what I mean?
lands.
Well, you don't
I
think
am surprised.
you don't think he's
Oh,
top
bro,
25?
listen. Okay,
No, I'm surprised that
Oh,
you
okay,
picked
okay.
four.
Punk brought in and ushered in an era of independent wrestlers. There was no independent wrestlers really getting signed to the WWE before Punk broke in. He ushered in that era where Bryan Danielson got to get through. Guys like AJ Styles, Samoa Joe. That era of wrestlers came through because of Punk. There's no other way. The Yes movement happened because Punk left the WWE in 2014. Without that, Punk's in the main event, and he's main eventing the 10 years he wasn't there. But that's, you know, for another time. Punk is not a top four guy in the business. Ric Flair is going on that list next.
Okay.
Right? Ric Flair. Listen, Ric Flair is Hulk Hogan of the South.
Yeah.
Actually, Ric Flair is more than that. Ric Flair is Hulk Hogan of the rest of the world other than the Northeast. Because that's how over Flair was.
Woo!
Right? Am I wrong?
Woo! Woo! Woo!
That's Ric Flair has to be on that list.
16 time.
Again, I'm going to go back to it. You're telling me you're putting CM Punk on that list over Ric Flair? Let's be real now.
Oh my God, I'm shocked.
Come on, bro. I'm still a wrestling fan. Just because I'm a Punk fan, you can't put that guy on that list.
I'm not
He
putting
gives, he
Punk
gives a
in
screw
that
job. He
list.
gives a screw job. He
What?
gives a screw job.
Does Bret Hart go over CM?
No,
Punk?
we're gonna get to you. You don't speak.
On the all-time list, no, I wouldn't put Bret Hart over CM Punk. But that's you know,
wow.
that's another. I wouldn't even put.
Okay, no, wait, wait,
honestly, I wouldn't even put Bret Hart in the top 10.
Really?
To be honest with you, I wouldn't even put. There's Terry Funk. There's Harley Race. There's Lou Thez. There's Bruno Sammartino. We're talking about a lot of guys that can't make a Mount Rushmore right now. You're putting Bret Hart in there. What did Bret Hart do in this business to be in the top 10? Tell me, come on, explain to me. What did Bret Hart do in this business to be top 10? Austin, Hogan, Cena, Roman.
Even Roman.
If it wasn't for Bret Hart, Austin wouldn't have got that push that he got.
Yeah.
Okay, but still, Austin made himself a star. Bret Hart or not,
If
Austin
Bret
made
Hart
himself
wasn't
a
there,
star.
it was easier because Bret can make anybody look good.
Right.
And Stone Cold can actually wrestle, so
Right.
it made it really look good.
But
and he can talk.
We're
but
talking about top guys. Bret as a top guy did not work.
Okay, so what do you think? What do you think right now, Brett is? Would you say he's top 30 probably?
Maybe top 20, top 15, something like that.
Okay, wow, okay.
Something around there. I'm not gonna.
No, I know, yeah,
I'm
whatever.
not-
It's
I'm
your
not
opinion, your
gonna-
opinion.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
go top 25, whatever. I have to think of a whole list of 25 guys, right?
It's a
But
different thing.
I
It's all
just
subjective.
I just listed off a quick list of guys: Sammartino, Harley Race, Terry Funk. Those are all guys.
Harley Race.
Those are all guys you're putting above Bret Hart.
My God.
Come on, bro. Harley Race is a.
Those are all guys you are putting.
Nah, I'm putting that. Well, I don't know.
I just want to put it. Pota's gotta go
Harley
next.
Race
I gotta
was
put
a
it.
champion.
But
I don't
Ric
even have,
Flair.
this is a whole nother conversation. Me and Chris can have our separate debate.
Yeah, no. I know. You're gonna say your guys
But
next.
in the meantime, if you're just curious, you can go to ChatGPT, just type in greatest wrestlers of all time, and tell AI to factor in every
Jesus
category, and you will find that Bret Hart lands in the 4th spot. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, but
I mean,
AI
it's
is pulling information off the internet.
I know, and it's also I understand.
That's fan fiction, bro.
It's going by popularity.
Fan fiction.
Come on.
Well, fan fiction puts
Boy,
punk
some
down
people
on
are
the
just
bottom
I mean,
somewhere.
this right now.
But anyway, we're getting off topic.
No, I want to put
Ric Flair, back to what I was saying. Ric Flair at number 4, because Ric Flair has to be on that list, I think. Like, 16-time world champion. He held the record forever until Cena broke it. You know what I mean? He was so over. He was so unique. So many guys tried to be like Flair, and they couldn't be like Flair, so Flair's got to go on there. I'd put him over Cena and Roman. Even though Cena's a good pick, he was my other pick there. Because the Make-A-Wish stuff, all that kind of stuff, Cena's
He's done a lot of stuff, yeah.
Cena's
the
a
last
goat.
in 20 years. It's not like
He
he's
is.
been in for short, whatever.
And I hated John Cena growing
Yeah,
up.
me too, I hate him.
Other than
You know,
the
I actually respected
Thugonomics, like, I was not a fan of Cena.
I actually started
you know?
liking John Cena like now during his retirement tour. I actually
Yeah,
liked it. I
yeah,
actually
me
respect
too.
him. Like, you know what, you
Me
did
too.
your stuff. Like, kudos.
Even in the end, like, he started putting a lot of guys over in the U.S. title open challenge and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Like, he was making guys look good.
Let's
in
give
the end.
other guys a chance to name their guys.
Go. Here, okay, we're going. I
I'm
just
not
want. I need
next.
Pota. I
I'm
need
not
Pota. I want Pota next.
Okay.
Yeah, Pota, go.
What?
No, I want you to go next. I want to see what you're.
What do you
Give me
mean,
your guy.
Well,
I want.
mine's boring. My list is exactly the same as Chris's, except
No. You got to,
No,
okay.
but it is. It's
Okay, you wanna skip?
it's
Wanna go
Hulk
with that?
Hogan, number 1.
Okay, that's a no.
I'm not skipping. You want to? Let's get it done. Hulk Hogan, number 1, no doubt. Why do you think I brought the little toy from my collection? Because I have a
Hogan?
good feeling that Hogan was winning this whole thing.
When it comes
Hogan's going on everyone's list, right? Austin, Rock, right? Okay, so I mean, what are we gonna do here? Have pointless?
Get my lockout. Come on.
Okay, so in the 4th spot, believe it or not,
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I
Don't do
didn't
it.
put Brett there.
What?
I didn't put Brett.
It's happening.
I did
No
not put
Punk
Brett
and no
there.
Brett?
No way.
Well, because you
Yo,
have
call
to,
him right
just
now.
because
Oh my
these
God.
guys are just because these guys are our heroes and our idols,
Right.
that doesn't mean that your hero and idol has to be the very
You
top
put the
guy.
Hart Foundation as a faction.
Yeah, of course.
And didn't put Brett in the top 4?
Well, no, he's my top number 1. There's no doubt about that. But I'm not going to sit here and say he's on Rushmore.
The gates
I'd
of
put him on
Canadian
Rushmore if it was
soil
up to me.
have been closed.
And I got to go
Shirt
back
off,
to that.
shirt off,
I
shirt
got to
off.
go back to that ChatGPT thing that I said.
ChatGPT.
It didn't put Bret Hart at
hell is
4th
that?
on Rushmore. It put him 4th of all-time greatest wrestlers.
What?
Don't worry about
I don't know what the fuck
that.
that
Don't
is.
worry about that. I'll show you later.
I'm slow.
So
I'll
you
show
talk to
later.
like a
I'll show
robot,
you later.
basically.
It's a robot.
You know the
And that
AI
answers
shit?
question.
That's what he does.
The AI shit.
Oh.
So, Fury, I'm telling you right now, you want to know something really cool? You want to know an AI experiment for yourself?
Yeah.
When we're done here and go to ChatGPT, download it, type in your name, and watch what it says about you.
What?
Just watch what it says about you.
It's gonna say shit about me?
Of course it is.
Okay, you know what? Okay, tell me your 4th. As he said his picks, I'm actually gonna go right now. I'm gonna check this out.
You're gonna
Okay,
type in
go,
Lil
go, go,
Fury
go.
and see- well, we know. I
What
sent
bad
you
shit
yours.
about-
What's your,
my
what's your
God,
last
you
one?
fucking-
Oh, okay. My 4th. Now that's a hard pick, right? Because I want Flair in there. I really do. But I'm going with John Cena.
Stina. John
fair
Cena.
I'm going with John
Now, when
Cena.
Nino goes, I'm about to chat BGPG, robot, whatever you want to call your ass.
You fucking took this over. Woo! That's what you did?
I did.
Over this?
Because you know what? It's not personal. I just think with the criteria of Rushmore, I think Cena just slips in there a little over Ric Flair. Now, if you ask me who do I like more, I would take Ric Flair over Cena. But this is just stating what I believe to be the actual legit Rushmore of WWE.
Okay, ready to hear this?
Of WWE.
Chat GPT. Lord Fury isn't a widely known historical or mythological figure, but the name does show up in a couple modern contexts. Here's a clearest reference that matches that you're probably asking about. Lord Fury, music artist, appears to be a music artist with record releases, the Travel Fox Chamber, and other songs. Streaming platforms on Apple Music. Then it says Lord Fury, thoroughbred racehorse. Is that you? Obviously.
Yeah, I'm a fucking thoroughbred.
Okay.
There's a whole bunch of other stuff on it.
There's a whole bunch of other stuff. So now I'm just telling you that if that thing could just do that about you and about me and about Johnny and about all of us, and you go and ask them questions about wrestling, you think you're going to get the most popular factual information or not?
I gotta ask one of
It said I'm a
It's
horse.
not perfect. I know. It said I'm Johnny Ipro. And I'm not Johnny
Ready for this?
Ipro.
I wrote down who's better, CM Punk or Bret Hart. It says, "Oh, you woke up and chose wrestling Civil War today." It says, "All right." It says on the mic, CM Punk wins, and then it says Edge, CM Punk. It says Bret Hart all day, Edge, Bret Hart. But closely to that, it said Bret Hart tells stories through the match, Punk tells stories through the emotion and character.
That's fair. Yeah, that is fair. Definitely. Bret Hart's the better in-ring worker than Punk. Bret Hart's the better in-ring worker than Punk, though. So it's like,
Oh, yeah.
Boda,
of course he
you
is.
don't get to push the button because you picked John Cena
I didn't even know
over
what
Bret
button
Hart.
that was. I just guessed.
All right, Nino, want to go next? let Nino go. Nino, your turn.
You know what? All I gotta say is, if you guys bring Bret Hart and he sees this, he's gonna be very disappointed in you.
It's going to be more disappointing than Johnny Ipro, too.
No. Okay, number
Bret
one.
Hart won't even put himself on the list.
Number one, my pick is Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's obvious. His impact in the business, revolutionary. He came in as the ringmaster. He won the $1 Million Championship. Then he won King of the Ring. After that King of the Ring match, he dropped one of the most iconic promos. Austin 316, I just whipped your ass.
That was the greatest thing.
Yes. And keep in mind that story, I don't know how he did it because he was coming back from the hospital. So Doc Hendricks told him what Jake Roberts said, and then he just did it in his head randomly. So to come up with that promo out of his mind, crazy. And then what he did after with the Austin 316 and his merch, through the roof. It was the number one seller at that time. His theme song, iconic. When that glass broke, you knew somebody's ass was getting kicked. Yes.
Yes.
And what you guys said earlier, what Johnny said about Vince McMahon, I don't care what anybody says. That is the greatest feud in wrestling history. Stone Cold and Vince McMahon. Because it evoked emotion.
Yep.
Everybody wanted to beat their boss's ass in real life.
So you're picking Vince for this, Marisha? Oh no, you just want to lay the cake, the icing, and a little cherry on top. Slow down. I'm slow down.
He won everything: tag team, intercontinental championship, a 6-time WWF champion. The only thing I didn't like is toward the end, when he sold his soul to the devil with Vince McMahon at WrestleMania X7. I didn't like that. That was the first time in my life that I actually screamed at a TV. Because I couldn't believe my eyes.
I scream every day at the TV. What's
I couldn't believe my eyes that he sold his soul to the devil.
And he beat the Rock as well
Yes.
there.
Yes.
That one, yep, I remember.
And the worst part is he was getting cheered while he was selling his soul because
Yeah.
nobody wanted to see him do this. Like, you know what I mean?
I get why they did it, to try to see if it would work, but clearly it didn't.
Yeah.
So Austin.
And unfortunately, he had to end his career very short due to neck issues.
So if it wasn't a neck issue, how long more do you think Austin would have went? How many more years?
Maybe 5,
Wow.
6. Because again, the talent at that time was very good.
Owen Hart broke his neck.
Hold up.
That
Stop
was the
with
greatest shirt ever. I just broke your neck.
stop with the random remarks, man. That didn't make any sense right now. Number 2.
Yeah. You know that.
Number 2, The Rock.
It's just what the Rock.
Grab that.
I'm not laughing, okay? I'm doing my points. Okay, The Rock. He came in the Nation of Domination,
Yep.
dripping with ooze,
Ooze. Machismo.
swagger through the roof,
Aura.
aura. I knew right away he was gonna make it. Rocky Maivia, rough, but the perfect idea was going to the Nation of Domination, and then he formed an alliance with Vince McMahon, the Corporation Rock. I love that. His transcendent to either be face or heel. Nobody has ever done a seamless transition like that. He had everybody in the palm of his hand.
Yep.
He could make you cheer him, make you boo him in a matter of seconds. And the thing is, his career was so short, but so prolific. He won 10 world titles, 8 WWF, 2 WCW, and he won 9 belts in 4 years.
Yep.
And he left the business very early, but he became the biggest movie star.
Yep.
And it was clear as day. that he was gonna be the biggest superstar because he had everything, man. He had the looks, charisma, everything, total package.
Yeah.
It's true.
Now, third pick. Porter might not like this, but oh well. I'm going with the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
You
And
got one vote.
and regardless of what people say, I think he's arguably one of the greatest wrestlers to ever wrestle in the ring. His career backs it up. He's won everything. Tag, European, Intercontinental. And the thing is too, what's amazing, he had two different careers. His first career was from 92 to 98. And arguably, people say his second run from 02 to 2010 was better, which speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Hogan.
Second win.
Second win. He was influential with DX. He was called Mr. WrestleMania for a reason. He main evented 5 times. He's a 2-time Hall of Famer as a singles competitor and with DX. And arguably, he had one of the best matches with The Undertaker at WrestleMania 25 in Houston. That got me out of my seat with all the near falls.
Yeah.
At that time, that match went crazy. My last wrestler, and I was hesitant to pick him because I don't like him as a wrestler, Hulk Hogan. But what he did, I can't dispute it.
Can't deny it.
I can't deny it.
Well, he was a trash wrestler.
Yes, that's why I said he's a terrible wrestler. But his overall impact, you can't deny it, man. Like, he put wrestling on the map. He made it global. Look at what he did with WrestleMania 1 with Mr. T. It was iconic.
Yep.
And then WrestleMania 3 with Andre the Giant. Body slamming. That was arguably one of the most vivid memories in the late 90s for all wrestling fans.
Yep.
And the thing too, they ran it back the year after in '88 Saturday Night's Main Event, and they averaged over 33 million viewers on live TV, which is crazy. He's a 12-time champion. He won it 6 times with the WAF, 6 times with WCW.
6 times WCW. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, and doing my research, I was mind blown. Even won the IWGP, knocking out Antonio Naoki, which I couldn't believe it.
Yep.
And then with the NWO, we talked about that. And one of my biggest regrets, and I wish I got to see it live. People can hate it all they want, but I view it as one of the best matches of all time.
Mania 18.
Mania, yes. WWF WrestleMania 18. The Rock and Hulk Hogan.
Icon versus icon, yeah.
Yeah, icon versus icon. The match was crazy. The crowd,
Electric.
electric.
That was the real main event, bro.
Yes.
That was, yeah.
the real main event.
Honestly,
Jericho, remember after
honestly, very few matches you could feel the crowd through your TV at that time. It was bonkers because yet again you had Hogan, the heel, being cheered, and then you had the crowd going complete opposite on the Rock.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So it was crazy.
6
Man.
all over again,
It
basically.
was crazy.
Well, who are you a bigger fan of at that moment, Hogan or Rock?
The Rock, come on, man. And how was it you being in a
Oh, electric. I tell you, like, even before I was talking about 2, I think I was like, what, 11 or 10, whatever, but
Yeah.
Goosebumps. It's just electric. I obviously wanted The Rock, but I went on Hogan's side. 'Cause everybody's you're like, what's going on here?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
a mind fuck, legit. So what's going on here? Very rare that I swear. But anyways, it's like holy shit.
It was crazy, yeah. That's my biggest regret. So if a WrestleMania comes back, I'm definitely gonna make sure I
But
go
here's the
again.
question: are you front row Poda or no?
Who knows? But by then I might have some money to go forward.
Yeah, his new name is Front Row Poe.
Now you go your pick, Fury.
Well, y'all said everything I basically said in my mind. Definitely, you gotta put Hogan there.
Well, that's a he's
Without Hogan, you don't got shit. You see, Vince McMahon put all his money into Hogan for that WrestleMania shit. And if Hogan flopped that thing, they had Liberace. They had Cyndi Lauper. Everybody was down there. Muhammad Ali. Like, that was a really big Mr. T. That was a crazy-ass thing that they started. And they kept on going because of Hogan. Hogan was in WrestleMania 1. Then WrestleMania 2. Then WrestleMania 3. WrestleMania 2, he fought Bundy, right?
Yes,
In the cage.
Yes.
These are big, and these are not no small feats. He's fighting giants, like certified giants. Like, he fought Ultimate Warrior. And that was like the match of matches at the time. At that time, I remember like I was like glued to the shit like this.
With the Ultimate Challenge, yeah, remember that?
That was the craziest thing.
Great match.
Great match. Long and boring, but great.
What is the title for title? Intercontinental in the, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Crowd was electric for that.
Ultimate Warrior beat him to both belts. And then gave
I
away
was
the
there.
Intercontinental. Unbelievable.
You went to that?
Not front row Pota, but I was
Where
Where were you sitting? 500 level? 200?
at the top.
Fuck, front row Poga back then would have only cost like $50.
He just threw a seat in the front. He's like, I'll be there one day.
I was only 6 years old. I left crying.
Oh, you were a Hogan fan?
Yep.
Oh, sucks to be you, pal.
It did suck.
Hogan. Yeah, Hogan's the best.
That's why I'm
Hogan,
glad I didn't
Hogan
go to
went
Mania
heel.
18, because if I saw
On
Hogan
everybody's
lose again in
ass.
Toronto, fuck that, I would have started tearing the place down.
Hogan went heel on everybody's ass. And I saw it coming because I was watching it live on the pay-per-view shit. And me and my man, me and my guys, we were like, yo, this Hall and Nash situation is crazy. And we're like, yo, what the fuck's there?
Macho Man there.
And I
yeah.
looked and said, yo, so wait a minute. Why is he got injured? So it's 2-1. Because Hall and Nash were whooping Sting, Luger, and Macho Man's ass.
Yeah.
For the whole, when it was 2-3.
He leg dropped on Macho.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm talking about during the match. They were whooping their ass. And then when Sting got injured, Luger got injured, right?
No, it was somebody.
Sting got injured.
It was Sting because Luger was in the match.
Yeah.
With Savage.
Exactly. Yeah. Sting got injured. They beat the hell out of friggin'
Yes.
Luger, left him outside the ring laying.
Yeah.
And then Hogan came down, and I'm looking at the friggin' thing, and I'm listening to Heenan talk, and I'm like, well, Hogan doesn't look like he's concerned for Macho Man. I'm like,
Because didn't Heenan say, is that the third member?
Yes.
Or something
Yes.
along those
Yeah,
lines?
yes.
Yeah.
Really? Wow, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Heenan said, is that the third member?
Yeah.
Or is he coming to help Macho Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
I'm
see-
like, yo,
Yeah.
Hogan's gonna turn on them.
Wow.
And then when I saw them run out the ring, I'm like, but Macho Man was lined up. He didn't go to help him, and he bounced off the rope and dropped. I said, "Oh shit!" Yo, that's the first time we saw garbage get thrown in the ring like that.
Yeah.
Hogan did that, made everyone hate him.
Yeah.
And then the very next day they loved him.
Yeah.
I wonder when the shirts start selling. Is it the next day, probably? Who knows?
Yeah, they took
Pro-
over. So
Probably within a month.
You know what's a good artifact, like a fact to, like something to find out about, is who was the first person to get spray painted NWO on? Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
job.
GPT.
That's a good job.
it was it was Macho Man.
Yeah, it was Macho.
It was Macho Man.
It was
In the ring,
Macho
that's
in
it.
the ring.
They did
Yeah.
it. Oh,
that's
They
it.
spray
That's
painted.
it.
Yeah, they
Oh,
spray
okay,
painted
there you go,
NWO
there you go.
Macho Man
on
was
them.
the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hogan's here
Remember in the
first.
beginning, they wouldn't even say their names because
Yeah.
they were trying to act like they were from the WWF coming there. Yeah.
So there you go. So
Hogan's number 1. Number 2.
Chavo. Okay.
Oh my God.
Ric Flair.
Woo!
People next door be like, what the hell's going on?
And that's all I got to say about that,
I know my
Flair, yep, got it.
right? Without the 16 time, like no one will be talking about Cena's little run. He had to beat that to call himself the 17 never seen. Because if he didn't beat that,
Greatest champ of all time.
okay, so you can say that to him
John
about
Cena.
himself. So I'm going to say Flair. And then I'm going to say
crickets.
Yo, we're talking about wrestlers. Hogan and Flair jump ship. But a wrestler that didn't jump ship, that has charisma, and that is responsible for what he's even responsible for getting the things, deal signed for WWE, The Rock.
No, okay.
The Rock took wrestling to another level. Like, the Stone Cold Rock battles were crazy. Like, The Rock needed Stone Cold, and Stone Cold needed The Rock at that point in time to make shit happen the way it happened.
Yeah.
Perfect.
On both sides.
Yes.
So they flipped the switch many times and mind fucked everybody.
Yeah.
Right? What did I say? Hogan, Flair, and The Rock?
Yes.
Oh my God. Now, this is going to be between Stone Cold, mind you, The Rock is how much time world champion? 12-time world champion? 10 time. 10 time. Yeah, 10-time world champion. The Rock is a 10-time world champion. Yeah, in-house. Now, the throw-up now is between... Oh, my God. I'm not putting Stone Cold there, although I want to. I have to put, and I fucking can't believe I'm going to say this, but there's no going around it.
John Cena.
Brett.
John Cena. I knew it.
Yeah.
My boy.
Wow.
You say Brett?
I was just.
You think I want to fucking say John Cena?
Too bad. I said it for you.
I don't want to say it, but 17-time world champion?
Speaks for itself.
It's true.
He's beating everybody.
Yeah, Flair just got out because of Cena, just to let you know. Congratulations.
Oh, Flair. That's not fair to Flair. It's not fair to Flair.
So on paper we have this. Hogan declared the GOAT of GOATs, like he's on the Mount
He's the
Rushmore
GOAT.
first. And then we have Austin and The Rock, 4 apiece. So we're going to go this way here because we have Cena as the last, whatever. He's on the Mount Rushmore, Cena. So let's go this way. Austin or The Rock, who's going to get that second
I'm
spot?
putting The Rock because if it wasn't for The Rock, the bloodline wouldn't have that extra shine. There you go.
This is tough because I love both of them. But again, Austin was just at another level, so I have to go Austin.
I agree exactly. The target Austin. 2-1.
It's tough, but I'm gonna have to give the edge to Austin. He was just very,
So Austin wins.
Austin.
yeah.
Well, you're losing today, boy.
I don't mind.
Yeah, Austin is definitely the way to go.
So it's Hogan, Austin, Rock, and then Cena.
Austin is doing podcasts.
And then Brett, of course.
The Rock is doing multi-quadrillion-dollar movies.
Hey, you less celebrity.
There is difference in the bloodline.
So that's a Mount Rushmore. You got Hogan, Austin, Rock, and Cena. Now, before we end the show off here, obviously, guys, we're going to obviously do it again. We have another show on Monday, but here's a one kicker is this. Let's give the fans a little extra taste of this. You guys know I was going to say this. Give the Mount Rushmore quick. It has to be quick, though. Canadian Mount Rushmore of wrestlers. So no one was prepared for this. I'll start off with mine. Ready? I have Brett, Benoit, Piper, and because Piper is Canadian, but I have a little debate with this. Edge is my favorite or Omega. So I'm just going to stay with that. I'm not quite sure if it's Omega or Edge. I don't know. Go with yours.
I'm gonna go
You guys
with.
know about
Well,
this?
you gotta put Bret Hart in there. That's a given.
Atta boy.
Edge is.
Yeah, okay.
Come on, that guy is a multi-time world champion. He was on top for so long. He's got to be in there. I know Fury's gonna like this one just because of his wrestling. Lance Storm.
Oh.
Gotta put Lance Storm in there.
boy.
Lance Storm was
I'm
good
a big
shit.
fan.
He was.
That's my favorite.
He was good shit in the
Canadian
ring.
wrestler.
Lance Storm was fun to watch. And fourth. People don't like him, but Chris Benoit.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, I like him. I was going to say.
Benoit's career, like, listen, that guy was
Real
really
wrestler.
good, man.
Technical
That
wrestler.
guy was really good.
I don't think he did it, but whatever.
Really?
Really, eh?
Did you guys see the... I'm not going to go into it.
No, but okay, but hold on. Is it based off what he... Are you going based off what he did personal life or just wrestling?
I'm going off what Chavo Guerrero said in the interview.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
When,
You're done your four. Let's hear this.
With,
Yeah.
I'm talking about the wife and children stuff.
Oh, okay. You're
Both
going
of
first.
them
worry
talking
about
about,
that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, my turn? Brett. Owen.
Brett.
Well, yeah, it would always be Brett.
Bret Hart, Owen Hart, British Bulldog. Okay, I know he's not.
No, it's Brett, Owen. It's tough, man.
Jericho's not Canadian.
Benoit. I give it to Benoit. And we know that, yes, Jericho was born in the United States.
What?
Yeah, he's a New Yorker.
When he knows right.
He's Canadian, but he's born in New York.
He's born in New York.
When he was born, he was...
Dual citizenship.
So they give you a citizenship. If you're born in the USA, you automatically get citizenship. His dad was playing hockey in the US for the Rangers, was it? Or
Yeah, the Rangers. Yeah.
What?
Ted Irvin.
Yeah. So
Irvine,
then, so
whatever.
Jericho was born
How's
in the
that?
States.
Yeah, played for the New
being
York
given
Rangers.
automatically. So I mean, he's born in the USA. Now, like Jericho, I give the man props because he represents Canada.
Jericho
He
is not
claims
Canadian?
Canada. Well, he is.
He is. He's
but-
dual, but he was born and
but
raised
he
in
grew up
Winnipeg.
in
Winnipeg.
Winnipeg and stuff.
Where did he come out of his mom?
In New York City.
Yeah.
But he's built from Winnipeg,
Yeah, you didn't
from
know this,
Winnipeg,
man?
damn me. From Winnipeg.
But here's the thing: Jericho has lived most of his life in the States, so I mean,
Yeah.
he's a true dual citizen.
During
I'll give him
wrestling,
a dual.
where did he
could
list
be-
him from?
He could be half
Hold
Canadian.
up.
Well, he wanted to be listed from Canada. because
Yeah,
that's where he
exactly.
grew up.
Case
That's where
closed.
we all
He's
get-
Canadian.
No, we all get
Stop it.
sentimental from where we grew
Stop
up,
it.
right? We just sat
Stop
and had a
it.
big, huge discussion on how all these
Stop
wrestlers
it.
mean something to us because they were so sentimental. sentimental with all of us growing up, and this is why we put them on Rushmores. So yeah, Jericho's a little sentimental to his growing up and learning wrestling in the dungeon, learning wrestling in Canada, being taught in Canada, trained in Canada. Of course, when he goes out there, he's going to be billed from Canada. He's going to pick it. You know what I mean? He was billed from there, but was he born here? No. He was not.
He was not born here.
He was born and was given a United States citizenship at birth. That doesn't mean he's not Canadian. But again, he's lived more than half of his life in the United States. Does he reside in Canada? Does he reside in... You know what? There's no information on even whether or not his parents still chose to live here.
That's why I put Lance Storm over him, because Jericho's not Canadian. Otherwise, I would have put Jericho over Lance Storm for sure.
Well, I still never got my fourth pick. I'm
Right.
going with Edge.
Edge, okay. So Brett, Edge, and Benoit right now.
And Owen. Don't forget Owen.
One
He was
pick.
on my list. Number 2.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Go, Nino. You pick your four. Let him go. Let him feud. Let him release his hormones there.
Number 1, when you talk about Canadians, obviously Brett is the GOAT, so you have to put Brett number 1.
He's
Number 2, it's very hard for me because I do love Owen. I do love a lot of people, and I do love Edge too. So, you know what? I'll be different and say Owen, because again, if Owen never had that tragic death, he would have been a multiple heavyweight champion. We all know. And believe it or not, regardless of what people say, I don't care if I get heat. I think arguably Owen was better than Brett in a lot of cases. On the mic, in the ring. Okay, so I put Owen number 2. 3 and 4, very difficult, because I love Edge, and Benoit is up there. So
You have 2 picks?
yes, cause you guys said Benoit, I want to be different, and I'll choose Edge.
Okay.
Cause how he adapted from a tag team to an amazing singles wrestler, and the rated R superstar gimmick
Yep.
put him through the roof, and he really evolved through my eyes, and I couldn't believe him how good he was as a heel. Being paired with Lita, that was the perfect couple at the time.
like a live sex celebration on Raw.
Yes, it was
Amazing.
Oh, that
It
made
was
me-
amazing.
That made me explore my life.
If only we could go back in time and just remain kids.
You know, my fourth I should have picked. I want to take away your thing. I want to put the Mountie. No, kidding. Okay, not funny. Okay, then next.
No, it's not funny. Okay, my final pick, regardless of what you guys say, it's Chris Jericho.
Oh, okay.
And why? He's transcended wrestling for almost 30 years, always evolving his character, and nobody can say that. Every direction and every promotion, constantly changing, and for that I have
His
to.
characters sucked.
What?
I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of Learning Tree or like a lot of
No.
different gimmicks he had, especially in AEW.
The Appreciation Society.
Look. Smart ass, I'm not talking about Learning Tree, okay? I'm talking about his work before that.
Oh, okay. I just thought you were a big fan of Learning Tree. I didn't know.
Yo,
His
man.
gimmick changes and all, you know?
there's no paper. And the pen.
From ECW. His work in ECW. And Mexico and Japan, Lionheart to WCW. His list. And Rufus.
Oh, I know what you did. You just did it.
He was hilarious.
Just made the list.
And then his countdown debut.
Oh,
Iconic.
amazing.
One of the best debuts in
Yeah.
wrestling
Yeah.
history.
Yeah.
2, his evolution to New Japan and constantly going there. And then AEW, the first champion in their history.
He was important for them.
Yes, he was important. He made AEW a legit competition. And I
Inner Circle
exclude
was cool at the time.
I exclude the Learning Tree because that was a piece of shit.
Even the Jericho Appreciation Society, that was
And,
terrible.
Oh, yeah, that was
and,
terrible,
and you know what? Oh yeah, how could I forget? Before making the jump, you just made the list
Yeah.
with Kevin Owens,
Yeah.
Best of Friends. That was unbelievable television.
His match with Omega in Japan.
Yes.
That was big.
Yes.
That was a big deal.
Kevin Owens, a true Canadian.
Yeah, being able to sell the Tokyo Dome 40,000 with him and Omega, a huge statement on his legendary career.
All right, Fury, you got something to say?
I'm saying Bret Hart's, Owen Hart's. This is no particular order. Edge, And Poda, you know what happens to people that tell me that Chris Jericho is American? Do you know what happens to people
No, I don't, man.
that tell me that Chris Jericho and the Learning Tree is not good? Do you know what happens to those people?
They make the list?
You just made the list! Number 4, Chris Jericho.
I would have put him fifth.
I have a question. Go ahead. What about Christian?
You know what? A lot of people sleep on him.
They do. He had a good career.
I put.
You know what? If I had a fifth option, I would put him
Christian had a good career.
because people yes, Edge gets all the hype, but if you go back in time and watch his TNA career,
Oh, it was
Christian
great.
was unbelievable.
Captain
Then
Charisma
Scott-
was
If I had another pick, though, I mean, no one said we couldn't do this, but I would put Trish in there.
Trisha, oh yeah, right.
Yeah,
right,
of
right,
course. Of course.
Why doesn't nobody have Piper though? Piper was Canadian.
Well, he's on my list too, but
Yeah, what Trish did, she
Yeah, Trish
revolutionized the game.
Right.
For Trish, I
women.
mean,
Yeah.
for like, I know,
Yeah.
well, it's not Divas nowadays, it's women's wrestling. They call it women's
Right.
wrestling. I'd bid it right away at number 1.
but just like the impact
Overall
that
Mount
it
Rushmore.
had, and now we look at wrestling. You watch wrestling today; it's a 50-50 show.
Right.
It doesn't swing
Right.
one way or the other.
Right.
It's half women, half men, and they're both doing great stuff. So I mean,
What about Kevin Owens?
I put him in there.
It's
too.
too early.
There's
It's too early.
many
It's Sami
great
Zayn. It's too
names.
early. It's too early. It's too
Too
early.
many great
I
names.
love him, but
Omega.
it's
I'm
too
surprised nobody
early.
picked Omega. I'm surprised nobody picked Omega.
We know that Brett Owen won.
You know that I think the thing with
Everybody
Omega,
picked him.
the thing,
Edge. I think Edge had one more than Owen.
Yeah.
the thing with
and-
Omega, all
no.
his work was in Japan.
Yeah.
So it's
Edge.
like,
Yeah, I said it.
how far does that
Edge.
get you?
Edge.
Dino
No, but
Bravo.
I'm saying the top.
Dino
four.
Bravo.
Oh
could
yeah,
go
well,
in there.
one's in there. Yeah, Owen. Yeah.
What about PCO? I know he can't go like top 4, but he's got a
Jericho.
longevity.
You know what?
PCO's been around for a while, man.
You know what?
You know?
His ability to continue to go in the ring for his age is unbelievable.
He's
That's
a
true.
beast, man.
What about Josh Alexander? Will he get there one day?
Yes.
See,
Hell yeah, my boy.
Will he though? That's
here's the problem. I don't know if he will in
Ethan
AEW.
Page.
No, but he's doing great AEW. He's doing really good now. Now he's doing really good.
He's
I
a
guess,
big-
but
He's doing good
Hold on,
AEW. Now he's doing really
yeah,
good face.
he's
doing
the
really
10th
good
man
stuff.
in the
Yeah,
faction.
yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Like,
Zach.
Oh no, I think he's doing
What's
good.
his name? Sami Zayn. What the fuck is wrong with
But
me?
it's too early. It's too early for these Sami Zayn and Alexanders and Owens to be in Mount Rushmore. You think so? I think it's too early for them.
Ego.
There's one goat overall though.
Ego.
And it's that man. And one of our number 1 listeners and fans, Frank Greco. You're gonna be a very happy man.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say this. I thought you were gonna say this from
No,
Amazon.
no.
Amazon for $32. I thought. Oh. All right, guys. I guess that concludes this week's obviously episode of the debate table, week, month, whatever it may be. But we're back again in a couple days with 2 special guests. Now, obviously, guys, say where they could find you again. Once again, go with Poda.
Don't find me.
Don't find him. He doesn't care to be found. He's just a collector. I'll tell you his address to his house right after this episode.
at CK Collects on Instagram.
Nino, the one and only with the number 1 and only on IG.
Speak your shit.
1.
Woo!
Woo!
Lord Fury, 777, IG Heaven.
Sexual chocolate.
Woo! Woo!
All right, guys. Till next time, the debate table is over and adjourned.
Ego.
Don't forget.
Get your Hulk Hogan. This part's getting deleted. Probably will stay actually.
You never know. We'll see how it works out.